What is this 0 hour? It's nothing but a countdown. As we give up from the count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, like that. It comes to an 0. For what are the things we do give a countdown? It may be during the New Year time, any celebration time, or a kind of rocket launching. Yes, you took it very correctly. It's a lesson about a rocket launching where it is filled with full of curiosity of a little boy. Who's that little boy? What is that curiosity with this 0 hour and what kind of a rocket it is? So let's see. And here, the father boy, the boy's father is a scientist, and he was one of the second very popular scientist according to the boy. So the author of this lesson is Alexander Blade. Alexander Blade was a popular American science fiction and fantasy author. He wrote many of the stories and the articles which was very popular for science magazines and published 2 collections of short stories. So he is an author who will be writing up a popular science magazine where he will be introducing to the children about the science. So here in the same way, here is a lesson about the rocket and what are the things does the rocket consist of and what is it is made of. So that thing we will be learning in this lesson. So let's begin with the lesson now. So and then let me go with the first lines of the lesson. By accident, young Bobby, the boy name is Bobby, discovered that a rocket was about to be shot to the moon. Naturally, he wanted to go along, but he smuggled himself abroad. So he had a very curiosity that a rocket will be launched and it will be going to the moon. So his willingness was to go along with the rocket to the moon and land onto the moon. He wanted to take up all kinds of experience and he could smuggle himself abroad. His father had already gone when Bobby woke up. So father had already left up during the time he has woke up. This disappointed Bobby a little, but then he remembered. This was a big day. Naturally, father could get over to the project early and at 4 o'clock. Bobby shivered deliciously at the thought of it. So when he woke up, by the time father had left out for the work, and naturally, and he thought later, this would be a big day for him because today the rocket is going to the moon. And then the Bobby just remembered the delicious breakfast what Mama has prepared. So he wanted to just quiet up and got in full of excitement that he would be going to the moon today. And certainly, it was not at all hoping that today would be his favorite day that where the rocket would be launched off. So let's see whether he goes to the moon or not. Second para, he was quiet at breakfast, glad that mother was occupied because he did not want to talk. Not today. He did not. Might spill something secret. Might even let out the big secret. That would be terrible. So he doesn't have that specification that mother had joined for the breakfast on the table. So he was very quiet in a kind of an assumption that he might tell the secret because nobody knew that this rocket would be launched till by the announcement of father. So he wanted to go to the moon very secretly without knowing anybody, and later on he would be revealing it as a surprise. And then, of course, all things were secret at Buffalo Flats. So everything was very secret in the Buffalo Flats. So secret that top scientists like his father, his own father, that's the name of the father is John Kendall. did not even discuss them with their family. So father had kept it little bit secret that the name of the scientist is John Kendall, and he did not discuss about this with his family too. Therefore, it was very real something to sit there eating breakfast, knowing that today father was going to rocket to the moon. So he has just eaten up the breakfast very fastly, and he was knowing and he was thinking while having his breakfast about the rocket itself, and he already knew that father was going to rocket to the moon, and mother did not even know the lunar project was in the work. So mother did not have any idea that the lunar project was going on. She would naturally not even dream when he was going with father rocket, so which has a very strong kind of affection over there. So and then as Bobby got up from his chair after breakfast, mother looked up and said, what's your plan for today, young man? Davy Crockett or Bug Roger? So he just she has just taken out some fictional heroes, that is Davy Crockett and Bug Roger. So and then what did Bobby say? Bobby had a quick thought, a sudden temptation. Why not give her hint? Bobby smiled and said, I think I'll go to the moon today. So he wanted to share everything with Mama, what kind of excitement he was feeling of. So he wanted to just give a quick temptation and a quick surprise for Mama, that what he is wishing of. A kind of temptation, it's nothing but it's filled of surprises with risk, high risk. So what kind of a risk he is taking? That he is thinking that he is going with his dad to the moon. So let's see in the next page what happens in the next page, whether he goes with father or he's just imagining himself that he might go with the father. Yes, coming on to the next page of the lesson, then it goes like this. As of and then, Mommy is just smiling and went back for reading what she was doing. The time she was just reading a book, and after these conversations, she just went back for reading. Well, see to it for your fuel mixture is correct. So he told that he might have an idea to go to the moon. So for that she laughed for a while, and then she said that just watch out whether you have a fuel mixture in the rocket or not. Okay, then this was a little bit funny enough, and she was kidding with her son. I will check it, and mom, I might not be home for lunch. So he said that though he is very much busy, and he said very confidently, yes mama, I'll just check it out. And he also gave an information that he is going out and he has more work, that he won't be there for lunch. Where will you be? Oh, I don't know. So mother is asking, manners and say thank you when you leave. So she just reminded some values, and the morals has to be followed up. And she told that say thanks when you are leaving. So as I said, he greeted Mrs. Kendall. Still, she was smiling off, and she watched Bobby dash out in the yard. So she just, as of we can see in the picture, that he has some spaceship over there who was just screwing up in the yard over, and she is just peeping out of the window. So the same situation has occurred. He was in and in the yard, and later on what happened? He was in the outyard of the backside, and then Bobby fussed around the space rocket, a little tightening a screw here. So as we can see in the picture over there, so he was just screwing up with a little hammer. We are talking about the space rocket, spacecraft, spaceship. It is one and the same. It's nothing but a rocket there. So he just tightened up a few things, hammering in a nail over there. So he soon after the mother went inside, he just got disappeared and dispersed from there. It's quite good. 6 feet long with 2 seats and neat instrumental panel. So what are the things he observed? That it consists of 2 seats, including an instrumental panel, and it is 6 feet long. But science stuff, of course. After he had found the way in through the sewer, he had not paid any more attention. Attention to where? Attention to his own ship. So he has not paid attention to his own ship, but he was concentrating on the spaceship which dad is preparing. And then later, he went on casually out through the back gate and turned left, kicking at the pebbles as he sauntered. Sauntered? It's nothing but walked in a slow and relaxed way to appear casually. So, very walked in a very slow manner and very casually. It seems to be very casual. If he running off, somebody identifies, it will be a very difficult to Bobby, isn't it?
He was very excited to go to the moon. That's why he was in the mood that he should not do any mistake. Already he came out of the house without informing his mom. So he was very much casual and he was not running here and there so that nobody could see him and nobody could figure him out. And that was the reason he was being very careful. He went casually out through the back gate and turned left, kicking at pebbles as he sauntered along and trying to look as though he had no place to go. Had to be careful, didn't want to bump into any of his friends today either. So he was not even trying to bump into any of his friends either, so that he should not come into their notice. And he was just focusing on his vision. That was the plan of his day. He wanted to go to the moon along with his father. So that's up to for today. We'll see you in the next video. So keep revising till then. Happy learning.